Hi, it's Kate here from Team Breakthrough. I've got a core and ab workout for you to do while we're still in quarantine. So I've got 7 exercises to do, and let's start with the first one. First one is what I call Superman's, although I do know it's got other names. So this one is all about keeping a nice flat back, not letting your hips roll from either side, keeping your arms locked out. So you're going to lie on the, kneel on the floor in that tabletop position, like that. You're going to keep your weight forward, keep your elbows locked out, scoop in that tummy, and then what I want you to do is lift one arm, put it back, then another arm, then a leg, and then I want you to do an arm and a leg, so opposite arm and opposite leg. So if we start first, so my weight's over my shoulders, I've scooped in my tummy, I'm going to lift one arm, so that's single limb. Now we're going to do them 2 together. So scoop in nice and strong. And so on, alternating. If you find this really easy, then the chances are that you're not doing it correctly. And what you're probably doing is opposite and opposite. So you might do that, and you find that your hips open up, your arm comes down. What you want to try and do is keep it absolutely steady. I find this really difficult to do, and I'm aiming to keep my back absolutely flat, so no rolling either side and opening up those hips. Second one I've got for you is the bridge. This is really good for your glutes. So if we lie on the floor, make sure you've got your knees bent and your feet round about, hip and knees in line, round about hip width apart. You're going to lie on your back, make sure your back is nice and flat on the floor, scoop in that tummy button, and then you're going to lift your hips. So if I demonstrate this one, I'm lying down, hands flat, I've scooped in my tummy button so that's flat, and then I'm going to use my bum and I'm going to lift up, squeezing my bum, and then drop back down again. If you feel it in your hamstrings, just try and bring your feet a little bit closer to your bottom. So there, back nice and flat, tummy scooped in, lift up and feel it in your glutes. If you find that really easy, you can do it with one leg. So there, scoop up, and it's all, I can feel it all in my bottom, down, and then rest, and then you can do it again, swapping legs. Next one is reverse curls. This is a favourite one of mine for some reason. It's easy to get wrong again. So when you lie down, make sure your shoulders stay still. I like to stick my arms above my head, and you can just hold a little weight of some sort that will just help stabilise your shoulders and keep them on the floor. Legs in the air, and then push your hips up. What you don't want to be doing is that, swinging up. You want to try and go as directly up as you possibly can. You can do it with your knees bent if you find that easier, or you can indeed just lie on your back with your legs in the air. If you find it really difficult, you can lie down there, just holding that position. Some people just find that really challenging without their backs lifting off the floor, because you want to make sure your hips are turned so there's no gap there. You can just hold that, or you can do it with your knees bent. Or you can do it there and you can tighten and you're thinking, I'm not doing anything, but actually you absolutely are. Okay, so there's various versions for you to do depending where your strength lies. Next one is a front support position. I use this a lot, but I find this really useful, really good way of strengthening your abs and your core area. So it's literally being on your hands and on your feet. So hands round about under your shoulders, keep your weight forward so you don't want to be sitting back. You're just going to lift up onto your feet, scoop that tummy in and hold that position. If that becomes too challenging or is too challenging, you can do it just as well on your knees, making sure whether you're on your knees or on your feet, but your back is flat so your hips and shoulders are in line and you just hold that position. Next one is bikes. This is going to really work your obliques. So I'll just demonstrate it for you. So lying on your back here, then you're going to push your back to the floor so there's no gap underneath in the small of your back.